In 1839, there was a captain in the Russian Mining Engineer Corps named Vasily Yevgrafovich Samarsky-Birkevets. But we'll just call him Samarsky for short. He wasn't tall, he wasn't handsome, at least not notably so. He was a little bit smarter than the average Joe. A nobleman by birth and in the military, adept, and that's all history remembers of his life. Except one day inside his mind he found a curious thing, and sources shrug. Was it actually him or perhaps an underling? Well, either way, Samarsky's said to have gotten his hands upon a jagged stone resembling caramel, if it was cooked for far too long. He had the bright idea to send his find across the border, see if German chemists could upon this rock impose some order. And 8 years later, after a rather tantalizing pause, they named the mineral Samarskite. Of course. The years went by, Samarsky died without his lot, never to know the secrets of Samarskite, soon unlocked by a Frenchman who discovered chemical elements all over the place and, faced with naming his latest find in Samarskite, played it safe, and thus, via these Russian, German, and then French diversions, samarium was the first chemical element to be named after a person. Samarsky was just some guy, but he found a neat rock, and now he's immortalized in element number 62 on the periodic table, known to me and you, next to Einstein, Curie, Rutherford, all of scientific pedigree with excellence assured, but Samarsky hardly qualifies as a scientist. Yet samarium's his element, so add him to the list. In 1919, there was an organization established for the standardization of elements called the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. But we'll just call it IUPAC, because that's a hell of an element organizational name, giving element moniker origins fame, samarium's biology, but one in a long line of ever still is maintained. 'Tis they who do forestall Samarsky's vanishing into thin air by enforcing SM in the 60-second square. Samarium has since become essential to humankind, so here are but a few of all the uses one can find. Dating old things with its super long decay, nuclear control rods, anti-shark spray? Magnets, perhaps samarium's main attraction, and the one most likely to get from you the best reaction, because there's a decent chance samarium's in the speakers sat atop your head across the room this moment feeding you this goddamn bop. Not bad for this guy no one knows, to be the guest producer on a million songs and shows. Samarsky's come a long way from his mountainous mine, and thanks again IUPAC for keeping his star ashine, for though he wrote no great symphonies and painted no grand murals, his name's on every classroom wall this side of the Urals. Samarsky was just some guy, but he found a neat rock, and now he's immortalized in element number 62 on the periodic table, known to me and you, next to Seaborg, Bohr, Copernicus. He did little, but his name will
outlive. Alrighty. Getting work. You know, whenever I stream these things, I'm wondering whether I should just put on music or I just let anybody who's watching, the few people who do tune in, just like have their own music running in the background. I mean, my taste in music is probably very different from anybody else's. So, let's go game of sphere. So right now, what I'm doing is I am fixing these drones that exist inside the game. The system itself was not properly done last time. And also, there we go. Turn off the mesh render and make it static, so that when these guys bump into walls, or no, the doors, they'll push them open. Let's see. So, oh, it looks like we do have a viewer. Somebody tuned in. well, it looks like we did at one point, and everybody immediately tuned out again because, well, this is your standard Peace Island stream where we're doing just like the most boring of all work. So hey, it is what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, I wanted to sit. So yeah, let's see. Hold on, I got some stuff playing in the background. I'd like to just turn off because let's see here. Yeah, still got this sort of song that was opening the stream with the Samarsky song, which is done by a guy by the name of Oliver Lug. He's got some very interesting streams, video essays up. I'm just going to put some music on in the background for. I mean, the one thing that keeps me from streaming more on Twitch, and I'd like to, considering people over there are a little bit more, sociable and talky back and forthy. But the problem is that I know I can't play any music on there except for really obscure stuff or AI created stuff, because otherwise, because Jeff Bezos has to be able to monetize everything. Any stream over on Twitch is going to get muted, and that is, well, unfortunate. Excuse me. All right, so where are we? Oh, yeah. I was going to go into here and I was going to make sure that we were able to apply all these proper overrides. And I'm pretty sure there are people out there that would be like, oh, what are those and whatever. Here's the thing is I adhere to a kind of storytelling. I mean, we are going to try and adhere to a much more stark and minimal style storytelling and dialogue from here on out. We're going to try and summon our inner Cormac McCarthy's on the dialogue and really scale things back, because initially there was a conversation between Liz and Susie when they first come out of the house. I mean, it was very simple at the very beginning, but then I was like, no, there needs to be some story building and stuff and all of that, and I put it some. And in the end, really, we're going back to a much simpler conversation, more like what Laura had at the beginning, because here's the thing: we don't need the cats describing the ocean. I mean, you're going to see the ocean. I mean, yeah, the cats are going to think, but again, we don't have, that's a little bit too cutesy. And like, oh yeah, it's this big blue wobbling thing, and then we get sued by the BBC if we can. I mean, really, come on. Let's see. Did I? Yep. Just one more hierarchy jump. Up and down the hierarchy, making sure. Oh, nope. There you go. I had to do that. Okay, so now we got these guys. I think market is the second to last one. And also, there was always somebody over on. I don't know. I always got a little bit creeped out because I knew that police. Okay, yeah, we got to do one more right here. Yeah. Stuff back up. You come here. You. Yeah. And yeah, we got the new controller. But yeah, anyway, see, she's going back to storytelling and everything. I'd rather not. Number one, there's a little bit of a spoiler if I explained what these things are, and number two, I kind of like the idea that it's more common. I've mentioned this many times because you never can be too pretentious. Is that there's this tradition that in cinema, and it's more of an Asian tradition than it is a Western, where things are not explicitly explained, and things are sometimes put into movies or the narrative or visual narrative that really never really is unusual and is never explained, because the creators of the media believe that leaving it unsaid is a heck of a lot more interesting than explicitly stating. And I learned about this from a thing about the THX 1138. And you know, is the Internet Archive still down? THX 1138, the original film, used to be on the Internet Archive. And by the way, I will miss the Internet Archive. I mean, hopefully it is still up, but let me tell you, it will be if it goes down, it will be a blow. There is this arrogance that came with the beginning of the internet that is not 100% gone away. And it's this thing of the internet remembers everything. The internet is eternal. Um, really? No. We're already finding things like that. That stuff is no longer appearing. And the death of the Internet Archive, well, lamentable, will just be the final nail in the coffin of that, concept of, oh, the internet is immutable and eternal, and it remembers everything. Because, well, nope. There's a memory hole there, just like there is everywhere else. Okay, so, and now that we got that, we got the collider, and then we got these lined up. And what I want to do, we do not have the, oh yeah, pulse ball. I want to get rid of that entirely. Pulse spitball, yeah. Actually, we want to go down to the ARR, yeah. Put this right about there. We want the spitball police. Yeah, this is a rather complex chain of things that has to happen with these drones. And before I tried to do it with a singular drone, and that led to a heck of a lot of problems. And this time I'm doing it so that we just have a heck of a lot of just specific drones specifically made for each specific instance. Hold on, am I an? Yeah, I am an ISO. How come I can't bring the X? Oh well, you work with what you have. As the great Donald Rumsfeld said. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. So, yeah, I should put in the chat, hey, talk to me, because, I am the hunger artist here. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Well, no, just, basically doing my little monkey thing. But I do like discussing things with the people that tune in. So if somebody's tuning in and they want to talk or discuss things about the game, etc., you can't draw me into a political conversation because I have said all that I need to on that. And actually, that's something I just can't hide. Let's see here. Yes, ball, and we want to make sure that this guy poops out the dang it. Okay, there we are. Oh yeah, there we go. And now that this is done, oh, this is actually, I don't think this one really needs a collider in it. It's fine because it goes around the jail cells where the jail and they're all open. So I don't think it needs a collider. Let's draw a call. All right. All right, cool. And what I can do now is I can pull one thing off of the done list, put one more thing done into the done list. And, yeah, this was one other thing I wanted to try and do. Either I'm going to do this. I can't really do this wall because that's a little bit too much of a spoiler thing. But maybe either one of these two things. And I haven't done a big, long, stupid, boring count in a while. But if we can get these two guys done by the end of the night, we'll be at 174 bugs out of, let's see. Yeah, I screwed up all my counting up here because I had to reorganize everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. So, yeah. I already got the 180 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Three, 6, 9, 10. So really, out of all of this, we have 174, and we have 170. Let's see. We got 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 32 items remaining, and we got 174 items done. So we got a grand total of 206. We'll still be at around just under 82%. Or well, no, let's see what percentage we're at right now. Because is that true? We're going to be down to 30. Wow, we're going to be really close. It's crazy. We're getting so close. So let's see. So we times that by 174, and we'll be at 84%. That's closer than we have ever gotten before. And I know we're still working on this one, but I know I can get at least 2 more done tomorrow. And let's just see that again. Just see what will be at 176. And I know it's just a silly number with a lot, but trust me, it's very important to me. Times. You'll be at finally. So by the next update, we'll be at 85.4% done. Probably at the very, very least. Because understand, we're not releasing again until this coming Friday. So we have 5 more days in which we can add more stuff. We may get close to like 86, 87. The thing is that everything remaining, with the exception of 6 bugs, is all writing. It's writing the cat magazines, writing the physics textbooks and the math textbooks and everything. In fact, I need to put that on there. But let's see. But yeah, just about everything else. There are 6 things that are code related, but everything else is just all writing. Yeah, writing and art stuff. So we're very, 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 very close. I mean, I'm going to be talking to Laura about these conversations this coming week, and maybe we can hammer out a couple of those. Like I said, get up to 85%. If we can get to 85% by then, which sounds like damn certainty, I will be damned happy. Okay, so this person, and what I want to do now to make sure that I'm not losing my work, excuse me, is I want to upload all the work that I did to our server. Maybe I should put some music on in the background. We're losing everybody. People tune in and immediately leave. It is kind of dull when you don't have anything going on. Let's see. Just put... Jeez. Yeah, I'll put Spem and Oleum by Thomas Tallis in the background. That'll be nice. That'll probably drive everybody else out because it's like just choral music from, heck, when was it, 12 something? Actually, I should go, while it's reconciling, I'm kind of curious. Yeah, when was Spem and Oleum composed? Let's see. Spem and Oleum. Let's see, that was 1570? 1570, yeah. And what's kind of cool about this piece of music, I mean, if you're It was one of the few pieces of music that was actually composed for a specific building to be performed in, because the sound is supposed to... It's very loud, I get the impression. The sound is coming from different variations, and he worked very hard to make sure that it worked with the echoes of the location and such. It's considered to be one of the greatest pieces of music ever composed for voice. And it is, I have to say, it is absolutely astounding. Alright, so, we're reconciling our offline work. And we're going to upload those things, and when we're done with that, we're going to hit... Jeez. What I would like to try and do is add a couple of just markers that go, you have just entered this place, you have just entered this place. And I think I can get away with that pretty easily. Let's see. Or do not get away with it, but do that pretty simply. I believe I have the code already. Yeah, now I get to just upload all of these prefabs. Yeah, so many things. Drone all of these. Gonna upload those. Submit. Prefabs and interiors. And we're gonna have to do another submit because there's still... Yep, object spawner. I believe we're good. Just submit 2 more interiors. 2 more interiors. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get that code. And get our stuff. And, actually, I forget what I named it because I kept it in a repository. Sorry. Just go over here and see. Location discovery. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cry. It was 2 things what I need to do. Discovery, huh? Okay. Yeah, this was one kind of... It was like... and what do I want to call this? I want to call this location trigger. Oh, it created a folder called location trigger. Damn it. They're so close together sometimes. But so it's location trigger. Alright, so let's get this script over there. If it throws up errors, I'm going to have to do this later because I can't, you know. Load script assemblies and everything. Oh, quickie. All right, so what we want to do is we're going to test this in a new scene. And I always like just creating. I should create my own white box. I really should. Maybe that's it. I'm going to create my own white box here. I've not had my own for a long time. For the longest time. So I want to get the game manager out of that, bring that over. Heck, I could have just grabbed the game manager out of here. Mistakes. While that's doing that, I'm going to go grab a healthy snack of a piece of white bread. I'll be right back. Hey, toast, baby. One of my favorite snacks when I was a kid. Nice, hot, fresh piece of toast. All right. So what I'm doing now, as you can see, I'm just creating a terrain for the cat to run around on, and a game manager is basically what we store the kitty cat. That just has everything that basically needs the game to run in test mode. So what I want to do now is I want to create a 3D object cube. And I'm going to make it static and make the trigger collider trigger. And make sure that it's intersecting the... Nope, it is not. Well, looky there. What do you know? All right. Still way up there. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to get my, gosh, the new script that I just made, which I forget. God dang it. God dang it. Let's see here. It was called Location Trigger, yeah. Put that on this guy here. Oh. Check that out. It's giving me this beat bullshit. I hate it when it does this. I just really hate it. You're going to have to forgive me because it's just the way that Unity does script. It's very, very, very just finicky. When you create a new script, it can't, it's got to be. Actually, I just want to get this out so we're the same one. I'm going to get rid of this location trigger. And you know what we're going to do really quick is we're going to save this as my white box. And we're going to restart Unity to make sure that we get it without that old pile of poo of script in there. It's got to think. I'm going to step away for just a minute. Be right back. Okay, so it's oh yeah, it always throws up that error. So okay, so we're gonna restart Unity. Say this is gonna be Eric Workbench. I'm gonna have a workbench. I'm gonna have a workbench. WB Eric. Righty, baby. Nice. Well, I should put up one of those magazines. I don't know which ones I'm finished writing. Synthetica? Probably Synthetica, because the car magazine is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. I don't understand much about cars. We have articles, but it's going to mostly be me just, consulting Wikipedia articles and, other people. I'm going to be doing what an AI usually does, just, sampling other stuff and putting it together in a new narrative. And that's kind of strange that I had to explain what that basic. I'm doing what an AI does. No, AI does what I do. But yes, Synthetica. Looking for one is finished at long last. And one thing I should mention, um, we've worked hard. You know, um, I fully admit that when AI first came out, I sort of fell for it and thought it might be a catch-all solution for projects that can't afford to hire lots of writers and lots of artists and everything. But here's we were we learned we paid much attention to the um, controversy regarding AI creations, et cetera, et cetera. So and since then we have removed everything. But here's the problem. Or and the thing is there may still be a couple things in there because there are literally thousands, hundreds, if not thousands, of images that we've created for the game. There might be a few simple AI images in there, and we're trying to remove them as we can. But one thing that we kind of discovered recently, and it kind of sucks, is that we found out that when you go to what was the final article going to be about? Oh yeah, it was going to be about this. Um, but that itself is going to be its kind of a strange article to write because it's another thing totally fictional. And I need to create another ad for that, but I already had it, I think. Let me see in Photoshop. Oh, Unity is open. So, okay, ignore. 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 And usually people don't tune in that stick around for about an hour, until about an hour in. So, heck, we're way ahead of the curve here. So, let's see here. Stuff. Let's redo the script. You cannot fool me. Because here's the thing, it's just very strange. Again, how Unity does stuff. It drives me up the wall. But hey, we got it. Let's see, this is yep. Let's see. And if anybody, I'm just wondering. I mean, if anybody who maybe let us know in the comments. Have you ever had an AI, either ChatGPT, and it's ChatGPT has actually done this a couple of times with me. It's stopped itself in mid response and corrected itself, and I'm wondering, did they program that in to make it seem a little bit more real, or I mean, is that actually real? Is the AI like a human does, starting a thought and then going, "Hold on, no, let me start again." That's almost emergent intelligence there if they did not program there. Um, Because I think always, I mean, to get real artificial intelligence, we have to have artificial stupidity. That's the only way it'll really work. Okay, so we got this guy. So, yep, and we have. I want to get this so I see the entire name because it's just so. Refresh. And if I get some freaking console errors, clear. Yep, there it is. Okay. Oh, that's because I. Fool me. I need to put on. I forget that this is dependent on. Because you needed two different things. Because you have one part of it that. Anyway, it's kind of hard to explain. But let me see. What I wanted to say is actually. I guess we can use Text Mesh Pro. I just rather not because but it is what it is. So we need to create now our location text script. And bring that over. And I should go using TM Pro. I'd rather not use Text Mesh Pro. I'll see about maybe replacing because Text Mesh Pro, meh. I don't know how it was an improvement on anything. It was like, I mean, I've seen recently, all these tech bros coming up with these ideas and trying to come up with improvements to things that were, that we used to have before their buddies, started screwing them up. Anyway, I mean, I will always go back in my mind to this. Like, I listen, like just about a heck of a lot of people. I listen to podcasts, and I forget exactly which podcast it was on, but there was this advertisement, and I think it was for IBM or Microsoft or something. But the narration was worth the effect of, we understand that individual commuters and individual cars are just too much of a strain on both our our energy budget, both individual and collective, and on our cities. So we come up with a new solution. Why not have a larger conveyance that stops at locations among and pick? So you guys invented the bus, is what you're saying. And that is a crazy world that we live in. It's sad. Okay, so now we got this. Let me see. Clear, clear. Come on. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now it's reloading. I always forget there's this little. I gotcha. You thought I was done, but I gotcha. Mm. I love me some cornichons from Trader Joe's. Are so cheap. Mm. Mm. Oh yes, I was gonna play some more music in the background. Music, music, boop boop boop, music. Let's see. Do we have any other consoles to? Oh, yep. Everything is working. Okay, so now I confess I have this up on Git, and I would rather not have that whole thing up on my screen. So I'm just gonna work over here. Okay. Discovery text, prefab. Okay, so let's just see. Does this have a public void for those? Just come here. Oh yeah, we never added the other location trigger text to that guy there. Let's just see here. Location trigger, discovery text prefab. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So what we do is in the game manager. I wish I could just hold on. Maybe I could use existing text. Prefab. Canvas. Let's see. Yep, I can get that out of there. UI, game manager, keypad, sliders. I guess I'm just going to create a new canvas for both of these, really, or just the same one. UI, just create a game object. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to stick it down there, but I can just temporarily just go see it. And just stick it in here under the UI. Just sneak it in there. And I'm just going to call this location text first. Actually, block txt first. And I'm going to duplicate that and call it block text. These are just, so let's just see here. I'm going to grab this guy. Because this is a location that we're trying to have the cat enter and have it just put something up on screen. So what we do, yep, go there, and we go, let's see, first text, discovery, recurring. Oh yeah, I forgot I could put a discovery sound in there. Be cool. Cool. And it should only play once. And oh yeah, I can. Let's call this Pooh Town, and we'll make a duplicate called Loserville. Boy, this could be really simple. All right. I mean, we didn't even have to have those public voids to make this work, but that's fine. Let's just see what works. This works. It's going to be just a matter of just copy and pasting stuff over to about 7 existing things. I mean, there's so many interiors. I should have one for just the biggest areas of the outside and for all 10 interiors. So we can just, all right, let's just see here. Oh man, they're so far away and so huge. It'll take us 10 minutes to walk over there. That's ludicrous. Let's just go up here. And we're gonna make them very small because Kitty doesn't have to go very far. It's just it'll wear the poor little kitty out. And by the way, I mean I don't know why Lance put this in, but he literally made the cats poop. If you walk into a sandbox in the most recent builds, if you didn't press E, they will poop. Well, they won't drop feces or anything, but they'll assume the position, etc. We could actually make it so they drop the poop, but I think I'm just going to leave that to the good people in the Steam community because I certainly would never want to see that in my game. Because God, they're still way up there. I mean, I'm reminded there were some idiots that were like, "Oh yeah, we want the butthole version of the cat movie where you could see the cat butthole," even though that movie, number one, was just a horrific nightmare for anybody involved, anybody who watched it. I'm pretty sure there's some freaks out there. I mean, I'm gonna have to really search some video reviews of the Cats movie. I'm not talking about Flow. I'm talking about the Cats. The Broadway show that actually loved it, and I would really like to hear. You just see them. I just imagine they look like, gosh, train spotters. No, I hear that train spotting actually is a very respectable hobby, so I figured there. Well, actually, that's the thing. Back during the first time the United States shat the bed. Hold on, let's see. Nope, I'm not seeing the message. It's not. I don't see a message, so let me just see here. Oh, God damn it. I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. God damn it. Text mesh. There we go. All right, now, do I have to set that component here? Okay. Let's see if this fixes it. I mean, I could just copy and paste this component over onto all of the musical zones, because the musical zones right now are sort of like based on the various locations of the game. The initial. Nope. Still no announcement if you've entered Geektown or Loserville. So we're having an issue here. Let's see, do anything on the console? Yeah. Ignore, okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I could see as soon as Cat entered there was an issue. So let's take a look at those. Dang. Sorry, I gotta go back to my... All right. Okay, location text script. I never assigned that. Location text. Okay, that's why. There we go. Text duration. Excellent. Oop. Location text. Hold on. Oh, Text Mesh Pro. Okay, cool. So those I know we see TMP and I think temp, a temporary, but no, that was Text Mesh Pro. Yeah, it was not sending the proper signal. I didn't assign the second script to those. So. Let's go. Nope. Still getting those errors. Okay. Let's take a look here. Show text. Let's just see here. Yeah. Yeah. Assign the preset prefabs. And the prefab is right there, right? First, enter. Maybe these are not set up properly as far as like the pan. Yeah, text message. Does it have to refer to itself? Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Give that a try. Hmm. Nope, still getting that. Hold on. Yeah, it's still throwing up that error. Actually, no, it's not. Oh, which says that we're not seeing it. Let me clear this out here. Let's see here. Okay, now I'm going to clear this out. So we are getting no errors. Hold on. Location text. Okay. Hmm. 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 Yeah, this script is a little bit wonky. Let me just check into my notes again. Okay. 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 Location text script should already be attached to the root game object. Okay, text miss pro. Do we not have it installed? I guess we never installed it. Wow. That might be the problem. Wow. Crazy. know how it got lost. Perhaps they wanted the rebuilds. There were many, many moons ago. Just checking my notes again over here. Oh, I forgot to set text my oh. Because now I can see we've got a call out TMP. But you know, one thing I do want to check is if it's even playing the sound effects. So what we're going to do is get just an audio clip. Because right now I would like some indication that it's working. Let me see my flute. Wow, that's long. Far too long. Boring. There we go. Okay, good. That's good enough for our purposes. So what we're going to do is just object would sound into either of those. Right? Okay, good. Both Geektown and Loserville are set up to make that sound when the cat enters. This is game development, by the way. Anybody, again, who may be watching this in the future going, oh, I'm not hearing the sound. I'm not here. Okay, we're having an issue. Let me see. Clear this guy out. Because we seem to be having an issue here. No audio, no errors. Okay, this is a little bit deeper than I think. It's not even registering. That may be why. Goodness. I know this is tagged player. Unless the head collider's screwing it up, but I don't think so. Let me see. Base cat. I'm just gonna see, cause huh. This is very odd. Well, that's not the cat that we're using. We're using this base cat, right? Discard, because that's also great. There we go. There's our healthy kitty. All right, so we have this new thing that's called this guy. I have not tagged it as player. That may be screwing us up. But I don't think so. Because these guys are, and also I'm just going to make sure that they're tall enough. Maybe they're tall enough. If we see nothing here, we may be, I think I'm going to have to just take a step back. And we can work on something else. Let's see. No, I do not hear. Okay, we're having an issue. Clear. Where it is not registering the player. It was registering it before. Huh, it's kind of hard to fix this with no. I think, what was it? Maybe it's because, well, no, it'd be playing the audio. Right? Let me see here. these guys not gotten the Hmm. Yeah, we're having an issue here. I think I'm gonna have to go through my script again. Oh. You know, when you can't work on that, that's the one thing about being like such a small project. There are always a million other things that you can work on while that's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash to the restroom really quick, and I will be back with you guys in about, about the usual amount of time it takes somebody to do that. Bye-bye. Back in a moment.
I've never seen you look like this without a reason. Another promise falling through, another season passes by you. I never took the smile away from anybody's face, and that's a desperate way to look for someone who is still a child. Stay with you like a lover's voice, fires the mountainside. Stay alive, here we go. I thought pain and truth.
Okay, we need to make a nice, let's see here, a logo for a brand of cosmetics that the people find in the game called Perfect Color. And what I think we need, oh, but to pick up something that, because here's, for those of you on a limited budget, don't use AI for your images if you can. If you can avoid, use pixels. But that's what we always used to think, that you could use one of these sites, and I'm hoping this music in the background isn't too loud. Let me just check. Yeah, it's a little bit too loud. Okay. we've discovered that these websites that we go to have unfortunately been adding AI content. So images that we used to go to sites like this because we thought we could trust it to be able to have human-made content, but apparently that is no longer the case. And um, I don't know. Yeah, what we want here is we want. Let's see here. Actually, that's pretty good right there. Yeah. Um, Actually, this is kind of cool because we'll have we can actually put ads for this if we because there are probably going to be some more ads in the actual like full game. You know, really, that's one of the things about like fashion at a certain like price range is that they use outrageous imagery and the most pedestrian fonts. And I think it's like to downplay. It's not the description; it's the actual look at the product. You know, and I think I may go with that because it's so much easier to try to come up with this big brand look. You know. Let's see, and it's actually perfect cover because this is probably going to be another thing that pisses off, you know, the people who make the, you know, the woke game list is, there is a character in here who is who they are not. No, there's drag representation in Peace Island. Just saying. But I like it on one line because it's just so. You know, they try. I've done like video stuff for a couple of makeup brands before. Nature's what was it? God. Actually, here's what we do. I like how just actually we can split it right down the middle. We can center the woman's face because that's what we want. Again, it's all about showing off what the makeup does. It's not about that. But we can make the text understated, but also in this nice understated font, but also make it pop. And if you didn't know, I mean, aside from my years working at a, you know, a line cook, I did go to graphic design classes. Oh, actually, let's see. And I was very good at that in college. I mean, I was very good at all my art classes and everything, but everything out of that, God, I sucked. I said, except photography, I really sucked at that too. But that's because we had the world's most pretentious teacher, and I hated her. Because on her first day of like lecturing, she was like, "This is my last year teaching here because they just don't appreciate my genius." And literally, that entire semester was just sitting here listening to her gripe about her problems with the college. We did learn how to like, you know, process film and everything, but oops, can't say I remember it. Can't say that was something that really grabbed me as a possible profession. I'm just seeing a little bit of a. Actually, no. Again, simplicity. We don't want anything drawing attention away from the model's face. And this, by the way, another thing that's great about these. Let me just check. Oh no, I already looked. That is actually a human being. I can get. I do give. We are giving accreditation to everybody's whose photographs of pixels we're using. In fact, I need to add. We need to add. You know, a credits page to the menu. Boy, is that going to be a long one. So what we want is... Jeez, I'm just an idiot. You actually need to spread these letters out just a bit. I may increase this just a bit because I don't like how close these guys are. Oh, what? Yeah. Make color with cover. So we want a really nice. We may want to just grab one and then just manually hype up the saturation here a bit. Like what's her name on? Yeah, this is getting there. I see. This text will pop over here just a bit more. That's the problem because we're dealing with a gray background. How do you make this thing pop against a gray background? Come on, Eric, think. Does white work better? Actually, it pops a little bit too much. Maybe we want to try a shade of gray against gray. And I like the concept that it's just slightly fading, and it's another visual clue to the whole. And by the way, I mean, rednecks who are against like the drag queen story hour. I mean, are red. Come on, you got to be a stupid goddamn redneck to be against that. I mean, just whatever. Anyway, they just don't know their like history, American history, because if they do not understand, if they did not know, drag queens were the shock troops of the Stonewall Rebellion. They were the first ones to get violent when they were pushed too far. So again, heck, it's just again, just why the heck? If you don't like it, don't take your kid to it. Where my tax dollars going? Anyway, okay, so now do we want to make it so that it's vertically centered? And actually, we want to have the text centered with her eyes. I mean, the more I look at it, it's things like this, by the way, that's why I loved graphic design, because God is 100% in the details. And you got to make everything. I love making sure everything just lines up perfectly. And there are just so many little elements you got to play. But again, we want to center the eyes. Where's that guide? Okay, screw it. I know the easier way to do it. There. Put that there. And because, by the way, I'm liking this even more, it makes it even more androgynous because of the lack of the lower body. So this is just, it's perfect. It's a perfect cover. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is a brand, and they're going to be. It's just this is one of the things on our list because some people who contributed are like starting to ask, "Hey, when do I get to see my my friend's name, my name mentioned?" And When we get those, we try and prioritize them. It's just that some people asked for, to be in a wedding registry. That was a very popular name placement, but unfortunately, the church, I mean, a lot of these name placements don't occur in places that are in the beta. They will be there eventually, but anyway. So we got this here, and I think we're good. So what we want to do here is, first off, save the PSD. Always save your PSD, by the way, because you're always going to have to go back and do edits, and you always want to like retain the style, remember the font, remember the colors, etc. So always when you're working on a project, save your PSDs. It's not enough to save the JPEGs and go, oh yeah, it's perfect. No, they're always revisions. So this is advertisements. Do I not have? Yeah, advertisements. There we go. Perfect cover ding. I can use a nice long title because now what we want to do is I want to create a stand that's going to be in the market that's going to contain a few products. And everybody, by the way, who wants to have a cosmetic product named after the game, it's going to be under the Perfect Cover brand. So, okay, this was something again. It's just sometimes it just comes together perfectly. Anyway, all right, very simple. What we want to do now is we're going to go in here, and we want to create just a display, just simple, like one of those cardboard stand-up displays. Get rid of these guys. We're going to go back to these scripts later. Screw you. Actually, no, we want to save those because we're going to go back and fix those later. But for the time being, are you locked there? Come on, move. Oh, I see. Four products, so it'll be a simple stand-up, sort of. Oh, and by the way, if you're not an ignorant redneck that's against drag shows, hey, let me know in the comments what I've gotten wrong. Um, hey, if anybody's watching this in the future, let me see. Where are we? Yeah, we're 19 minutes past the hour mark, and we have gotten 0 views. So hey, I think it's almost time to call this quits. Almost. So much easier to do this in Blender. So much easier to do this in Blender, I'm saying. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Or do I want to? Actually, I do. It'll be simple. It'll be quick and easy. Lemon squeezy. Hi, Mark. Actually, I'm going to keep the cube for the first time. What I'm going to do is going to scale this guy way out. Okay, and now what we want to do is face. Turn on my X-ray so I can grab these guys. Bring them down. Oops, these may not be the right. Yeah, I accidentally got one of these guys. So, oop. Oh no, that is 3. Yeah. Boo boo ba ba. We could put on the heck yeah. Let's see the soundtrack to Tetsuo Iron Man. Hey, why not? Actually, Trent Reznor, I believe he did the soundtrack to one of those movies, didn't he? Let's see. Trent Reznor. By the way, that is the most Japanese film ever made. If you've never seen it, in my opinion, or the most Japanese modern film ever made. It's everything. Someday you'll be small like me. Oh God, look at this. Trent Reznor and the guy who made. I'm actually kind of curious about this. The guy who made Tetsuo Iron Man did a commercial for MTV Japan. Let's check this guy out. No. Yeah, that's him. Oh, no sound? Oh, yeah. And that is a neat thing. I mean, his you can only admire the work that was put into Tetsuo Iron Man, especially the stop motion stuff that you saw a little bit of there. Because again, this is a guy who had no experience of that. He just wanted to do it. And yes, it's very frightening. It's terrifying imagery. Yeah. But you know, you see Iron Man. Yeah, there's just so much in there. Let's see. Oh, the original set. Oh, the full one. Here it's. Yeah, there it is. Jeez. It just starts like that. Yeah. I'll have it playing in the background. Oh, he brings in the rhythm a little bit there. Yeah, I mean the plot of Tetsuo Man is like really simple. It's just never been well. It's just very confusing because of all the weird body horror and everything. Oh, did I get that? This reminds me a little bit of Test Department. And this was done in like the 80s, so I'm pretty sure they were influenced by this. So, oh, shite. And now what we want to do. Oh yeah, you just Control D. I forget. Yeah, drag it over there and then slowly. Yeah, Japanese culture. I've never been to Japan, and I don't think I'll ever go. It looks like a very beautiful country, but unfortunately, the medication I take is banned there. It's it's not anything illegal. It's just illegal there. It's legal in just about every other country, but it's not there. And here's the thing: I have traveled quite a bit in my time. Yeah, no offense to you guys in Japan. I mean, every time I see photographs of Japan, and I've gone, done my Google Maps tourism on, and there's some. Yeah, very very beautiful country. It reminds me of. I mean, sort of like the Asian Switzerland is the only way I could describe it because everything's so clean, and everything is in its place. But I just don't think I would be able to. Yeah, yeah. And if you don't know, Tetsuo Iron Man is just about a little bit about that, about post-war Japanese society. His father was literally again, the guy who made Tetsuo Iron Man, he did it again. His father was like, "Nope, you're going to be a failure." He kicked him out of his house, etc., etc. And it's like, "One day you will be small like me." Community fans, you know what I'm talking about there. And but he said no, and this guy, he said, "I want to make my freaking movie." And he made his freaking movie, and one can only admire that. And yeah, it's a pretty frightening movie. Unusual, I'll say that. Basically, the plot of Tetsuo Iron Man is very simple. There is a businessman, a salaryman, and his girlfriend. And one day when they're out, they accidentally hit this guy with their car. And he is named the Metal Fetishist. And what follows is just basically a haunting story. And the guy and his girlfriend, the salaryman and his girlfriend, are haunted by, the spirit of the Metal Fetishist. But the way it's imagined is, again, the most Japanese thing I've ever seen. In the end of the movie, it's sort of like a back and forth. It's like a Coyote and a Roadrunner sort of situation throughout the entire movie, where they're just like getting more powerful and going after each other. I mean, the most iconic thing is at the end. They merge into this one horrible creature. Our love can destroy this whole world. Because really, the angst that both those people are feeling is basically what happened in post-war Japan. Okay, that's a good display of sorts, but what I want right now is to go here. Is there an envelope? We can do that without really sacrificing quality. Jeez, this is rather jarring. I think the concept of the Totoro Iron Man soundtrack is not a good idea. It's sort of like listening to the soundtrack for Eraserhead, which I think I still own on CD. There we go. A little bit nicer. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I want to get. I'm trying to find those people who make the woke games list, because they're so upset about representation. That's not fun. Why are genders? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, there was a great meme I saw a couple of weeks ago. It's like, every time you guys get angry, we're going to add 2 more genders. Seriously, get over it. And I've said in times past, I understand transphobia and so on and so forth, but I don't just mean that I am a transphobe. I understand it, but I mean, here's the problem with that. The only solution is get over yourselves. It's 2024, for God's sake. I mean, we're supposed to be living in a future by now, and you're upset that some people are becoming the people they always felt they needed to be. And they're actually, here's the thing: it's far more complex. I, as a cisgendered heterosexual guy, cannot really go into it on the level that would anything that I would say would probably be malinformed. So, because I know a few trans people. I mean, here's the thing: is the one thing you gotta—they're just people. When somebody asks me, "What do you think of trans people?" The best thing, they're people. Next question. And if you're not aware, the moment that Elon Musk went crazy was the moment that his daughter, basically got gender affirming surgery. If you're not aware, Elon Musk would, I mean, he claims that his son is dead, but no, his son got gender affirming care and actually went out on their own, said they don't want to be, I mean, disowned their father, everything, and bless her for that. I mean, jeez. That's a statement. I don't want the name of the richest man, richest jerk. Seriously, Elon Musk he's not even a man. He's a child, honest to God. There's another great meme I saw recently where it's like, we always knew we would like be subjugated by, huge evil corporations. We never thought they would just be such absolute losers. And I just go, I mean, these people are, oh God, he's the genius of our age. Oh, goodness great. He is demonstrably an effing idiot. And I just will never understand people who are, oh no, he's an agent. You're just jealous because he's rich, successful. God, no. I mean, if anything, I'm going to be the last thing I could be envious about is their freaking money. No, no. I do not. Here's the thing, and here's why. And this is maybe a lesson to everybody like who maybe follows Andrew Tate. Yeah, the people who watch Andrew Tate are going to be watching me. Is that their solution just seems to be go and escape the matrix, become the most matrixy person you can, make money, pursue money, 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 money. That's the only thing that really makes your life worthwhile. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Money is a number that'll mean absolutely nothing by the time you're on your deathbed. Absolutely. I mean, money, money. My mother was always just very, Mom, if you're watching this, don't deny it. You always were upset by my attitude about that. And I still feel that way. Heaven knows, out of all the metrics to take care of, heaven knows I fret about it, but as little as humanly possible, never pursued it. I mean, my major goal in life is to say that heck, I spent my life doing creative things that I wanted to do. That is the most important thing. Not money, not the size of my house, not anything. It will always be thus with me, because I just again I'm going back. I have known millionaires, and by the way, I mean, geez, one of the craziest things is again, three of these guys that were like millionaires that were so like on fire the first time that Donald Trump got into the White House. Out of the millionaires I know, three, I mean, that were so happy when Donald Trump stumbled his way into the White House the first time. Three of them were homeless by the end of the first administration. I'm wondering if some of them are still alive. And that's, I mean, whenever I hear these, some people go, "Oh, come on, man, you're come on. There's this new thing in town. It's called fascism. Get with it, man. It's cool." No, I know people. I mean, that's what I heard the last time, and the people that were the most adamant about happy days are, they are homeless. And I don't want to follow anybody into homelessness. I would rather just be comfortable and, whatever. And can I say, when you get to a certain time in your life, 53 years old, I'm 54, coming up on 55 this year. Sorry, edge. Yeah, the back of these things are always like that, so that's realism. Trust me. But I want to scoot it in so there's no... No. I mean, I was recently, just as a lark, got a LinkedIn account, and they banned me within 48 hours, I think. No, it was about 72 hours. Because honest to goodness, so many things like posts or like 3 months ago, I never knew about LinkedIn. Now today was the first day that somebody recognized I was at a networking mixer and somebody recognized me from my. Oh God, go and die. Go just. Oh God, if that's the height. Oh please. Oh God, you are what's wrong with this planet. You are the reason anyway. I just go on there. Whenever I go to LinkedIn, I sort of like going to like the North Korean website. People on there are talking about ethics and something that I just cannot understand. Gotta hustle, man. Gotta hustle every day. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna narrow these things a bit more because they do not look like cardboard. That's gonna be very easy. Oh, poop. This whole thing about she's forcing everybody. Oh, everybody go back to their offices. Everything, by the way, that Donald Trump is going to do over the next, probably for the eternity, whatever less is left in the United States is, history. Is going to do everything. It's going to be wrong. It has been proven time and time again by studies that yes, if people work at home on their own terms, they are more prone to screwing around, going to Facebook and messing around. But overall, they are far, far more productive than hurting them into an office and forcing them into a situation where it's like work. Here's the thing: if you want workers to be productive, let them work more on their own terms at home. I mean, honest to goodness. I just could never imagine waking up on a morning, getting into a car. I've not owned a car in over 20, 24 years, 27 years now. Yeah. Driving to a place I hate, being around people I hate, working to be a middleman, it's somebody else's. I mean, goodness gracious. And that is what Tetsuo Iron Man really touched on, really, bringing us all back to that. It was, Japanese society, bless you there. There's a reason why your birth rate is tumbling. It's the same reason that, Korea's birth rate is tumbling. The birth rate in North Korea, I mean, people in North Korea have more faith in their future than the people of South. And because you can test that by just looking at the birth rates in a country. In South Korea, I think North Korea's birth rate is like 2.5 times higher than South Korea's. It's not, it's still, I mean, they're still below self-sustaining levels. But yeah, apparently, I mean, that guy that was recently, thankfully, hopefully, I mean, I don't follow it since when they had that like guy who tried to basically dismiss Parliament and have martial law. That guy was like, there's this bro culture, or this toxic masculine culture over there in Korea where men will sit and occupy seats set aside for pregnant women, even when pregnant women get on. That's how toxic it is over there. Put that along with, just like, I mean, South Korea, again, if you're not aware, it's run by Samsung. South Korea is the Republic of Samsung. And a lot of people, I mean, whenever there are these stories of people who defect from North Korea to the South, and then they defect back to the North again. And we're always told, that's how much these people are brainwashed. No. They go from a culture, whatever they was. I mean, I've read books about people who have lived through very tough times in North Korea and defected. And they say, the reason that North Korean people are able to survive is there a sense of community and mutual assistance that does not exist anywhere else, particularly in South Korea, where it's like just hyper-capitalist. And that's why. It isn't brainwashing. It's just that, quite frankly, South Korea is a techno-dystopia. And trust me, by the way, any Korea people over there, I know the very end of the greeting, but I know how to say. But anyway, um, let me tell you, I'm not saying the United States is perfect. We're living in a freaking klepto oligacastry. I mean, you say whatever. We have the worst government on planet Earth right now, aside from maybe a few others. But I mean, honest to goodness. I have not heard much good about South Korea. So anyway, this is going to be that display case for these things. And it should be colored. Or object mode, right? And we're going to just export this sucker as a export. Let's see. Oh, yeah, nobody ever. Yeah, we have a couple people tuning in, but everybody tunes out, and it's fine. Again, this isn't labeled specifically Peace Island, so. And also, this is very dull. And they may have tuned in while I was playing Tetsuo Iron. All right, so let's make up. I'll cause scan up. Export the FBX. There we go, baby. I just would rather have one call for that than just so many calls, and I would also like for it to be tilted in. It's kind of hard to do that. Deal with those. I wish they would integrate just a 3D application into Unity. Stuff. Tell you what, I'm gonna go another. Oh goodness, I got it an hour and 43, guys and gals. I think, you know what? Considering it's been so popular so far with absolutely no one tuning in, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish this up and I'm gonna say bye bye. We want meshes. Okay. Go to our workbench. And also, when I'm done here, I could just shove toast into my mouth nonstop. Oh goodness, the toast. Let's see. How come there are textures in our meshes thing? I don't know. Yep, there we are. It looks like we have some normal issues here. But you know what? That could all be solved with one. Just do that. It's just so much easier. I need to get in touch with this band, Death in Rome. I think... I don't know. I've had this conversation before. And also, people who right now it's only tagged as gaming, and people think maybe they're tuning in and they're watching somebody play a game, and they don't know. No, this is some guy doing grunt work, you know. Okay, so we're gonna just do a nice black plastic. Texture on that. Duplicate that. Ooh. Okay, now we need to bring in this thing. The branding thing that we did just a minute ago. And, that came together a heck of a lot easier than I thought it would. So what we need to do now is we need to save this. Actually, it's a little bit too large for. I mean, I've already saved the PSD. I need to make this smaller. Make it. It doesn't. Yeah, height. Let's see. 128, 256, 512. That's what we want. 512. There we go. Now we save this. Save this again as perfect cover. Brandy, yep. Just put that in there. Oh, is this bridge again? Adobe bridge. I don't know what its purpose is. Stuff. Okay.
Ich bin alleine unter Wölfen, mit dem Rücken steh ich zur Wand. Hinter mir verbrannte Brücken, überall verbranntes Land.
Yeah, this band, Death in Rome, they said they were interested in doing music for us, but they canceled any, like, he just sort of ghosted us after we did, just basically put on our social media that we support Kamala Harris for president. And I first postulated that these guys, and it's true that they are like, you know, we don't talk about politics, etc., etc. But here's the thing. If that person is cutting off relations because they are afraid to talk about their politics, especially in the situation that we find ourselves in now, then it's more than likely they're on the wrong side of things. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm going to write to them later this evening. Go, hey, guys. Okay, good. We have our makeup cover. Makeup stand. Hold on. That little problem in the back is just one pain in the butt. Just going back to money again. I have to go back to, you know, something my mother told me during the COVID epidemic. One of the things they were trying to, like, people are committing suicide because they're losing money. We have to get rid of this COVID hoax. That's if you're killing yourself over money again. Oh my goodness. Most stupid reason in existence. I mean, I have more respect for something, God, over money of all the reasons. And I felt the exact same way back when I was broke as hell. Now, one thing I want to do though is I want to use the exact same. Oh, that doesn't have a metallic. We want a black. Let's see, plastic. Do we? Oh, there we go. Dink dink. Awesome. We want to use that on the. Oops. Oh. All right, great. Now what we're going to do is, again, we're going to F, to game object, create empty. Because there's only one store on the island, I can't imagine, there being a heck of places where this is going to be needed. So really, cosmetics, we're not going to have many other stand-ups. There's a couple of other stores, but not. This troubles me, though. Look at that. See that angle right there, but maybe. I think it's fine. We have no. Maybe let's see. Do we want to make it a nice bright orange color? Just in case. No, I kind of like leaving it as it is. Except I don't like. I see this little thing right up here. It's just so annoying. I'm sorry, but I gotta get this. It just drives me nuts. There we are. And what we want to do now is we're going to put this cost stand. Yep, cost stand, and we are going to put this in our prefabs. Spot. Together. Others get left out, and that's Saturday. Okay, now. Just weird what I'm seeing here. Try with that thing. I want the cost stand up, and I'm going to add a mesh collider. Why is there a light in here? There shouldn't be a light at all. Screw you. Okay. Okay. Screw you. I'm just going to disable you. Bink. There you go. Probably came over from that. So what we want to do is a cube. And there's that. And we're going to add a... we're going to put that cube right in there to the mesh collider. No, it's already there. Okay, great. You're good to go then. And yeah, so let's just take a look here. Cosplay products. So yeah, we're officially past. Let's see, where were we? At 72, we were at 82. We're at 82. We're bumping right up against 83 at this point. We're going to be passing 85% tomorrow, more than likely. Holy crap! Feeling good about life in general here, folks. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.